I used to be the type of person that would care so much about what other people are thinking of me. I would change how I speak, how I act, what I say, just so that they don't think anything badly of me. I used to always say yes to everything, just because people would ask. I let people walk all over me and not say a thing. I used to be so non-confrontational. I would rather like cry and suffer by myself than deal with the problem and speak to someone. I literally had a reminder on my phone that would pop up every single day which said, stop speaking so loud, because I felt like I was speaking too loud sometimes. I don't know why I'm exposing myself like that, but if I think about how low my self-confidence was, it makes me want to cry. I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna tell you how I managed to be more confident, how I managed to completely change my perspective on confidence, self-love, all of that. So let's get into it. My name is Maria. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're gonna be talking all about self-confidence, what it is, how to achieve it, and just some tips and tricks on the side. Cheers! No one is born unconfident. You don't come out of the womb hating your body, hating the way your nose looks, hating the way your voice sounds, stuff like that. The confidence issues that we might develop throughout our years are from childhood experiences and growing up. Puberty also plays a huge factor when we start viewing our bodies and ourselves in a different way. So your level of confidence when you reach your 20s is just like a result of nature and nurture. While genetics play a factor in confidence and how we view ourselves, it's not how you think it does. Again, babies are not born being either confident or not confident, but rather the character that we develop throughout our years in our childhood, like if we're more outgoing or more introverted, can influence our levels of confidence. Because if someone is more outgoing and is also encouraged by their parents to be outgoing, to keep trying out stuff, to keep going after their interests, their hobbies, to engage with other people, then that will build confidence. And if you have a more introverted person that doesn't get stimulated in the same ways, that might decrease the level of confidence for that person. We can all start on literally the same level, but one person's confidence can go down in their childhood years and the other person's confidence will go up in their childhood years. And what you notice a lot of times is that the trends kind of continue, like they go even more up or even more down through puberty and later on in your early 20s. Maybe you didn't get lucky in the lottery of life and you had a rough upbringing that shattered your self-confidence. That doesn't mean that you need to keep being self-conscious and have low confidence. You can change that. You can work on yourself. Your opinions of yourself keep changing while you are changing, while you are evolving. So at any point in time, you can decide that you want to stop viewing yourself in a certain way and work on that and become confident. I think it's important to note just for a second that there is a big difference between confidence and arrogance. A confident person is friendly with other people, is open to meeting people, to knowing their opinions. It's a person that's not afraid of other people's opinions and wants to listen to others and also reflect on their own opinions and maybe see that they were wrong about something. A confident person is respectful towards themselves, but also towards other people. They don't let anyone walk all over them, but at the same time, they don't disrespect someone for no reason. An arrogant person is someone who doesn't care, doesn't want to hear the opinions of other people, who thinks they're the middle of the universe, that the sun is like rotating around them. It's someone who doesn't care about others, about bringing others down. An arrogant person is most likely someone who's not very confident, and because of that feels the need to bring other people down so they can lift themselves up, who doesn't want to take advice from anyone else or listen to anyone's opinions. If you clicked on this video, the goal is not to be an arrogant person, it's to be a confident person. And there is a big difference. We don't want to become a self-centered. I don't think I can say that on YouTube, can I? Anyway, we don't want to become a self-centered piece of... Maybe I should stop swearing. We don't want to become a self-centered a-hole. We want to be radiant, we want to be someone who is peaceful with who they are and where they're at, and who believes in themselves, their values, and what they put out into the world. Let's talk about internal and external confidence, because those are two very different things. You probably heard the tip, fake it till you make it. And honestly, from experience, I have to say that works in the beginning, but then we start seeing some issues. You can dress nicely, put on your best clothes, do all the glam, the hair, the makeup, the nails, the everything. Look bomb, feel bomb, go out, interact with people in a confident way. Everyone who sees you will say that is a person that is confident, but you might be crying on the inside. You might still be very self-conscious, even though on the external side you seem very confident. The whole idea with this fake it till you make it thing is that at some point the external confidence that you're showing to other people will start becoming internal confidence, that you also believe yourself, that you feel confident. The problem is there might not always be the case, because confidence issues can be quite big sometimes. And putting up a good front, putting up a smile, you know, dressing up, interacting with people is not gonna just magically solve all of your issues. Internal confidence is when you are at peace with yourself, you believe that you are worthy of everything good, you're confident in talking about your opinions, you believe that you deserve to be heard, you believe that you deserve to be seen, and you don't do things from a place of
I have to do this because otherwise people will say bad stuff about me. I'm not gonna do this because what if someone judges me for that?
If you have internal confidence, you're not afraid of doing things that others might judge you for, because you know that that is something you want to do and you can do. Simple as that. What I really want to focus on is building that internal confidence that will shine through and not only make you seem like a confident person, but make it clear that you are a confident person, make it clear to yourself that you are a confident person, because that is the most important thing. We don't want to come back home from a social interaction just to overthink every single sentence that we said because we're not confident in what we're telling other people. You are your own worst critic, and you need to stop that. First of all, you need to realize that people do not care. Genuinely, they do not care, because they care about themselves. Do you remember the last time you said something cringy or did something cringy or embarrassing in front of someone else? You probably do. Probably there's a few things that you remember. Now think about the last time someone did something embarrassing or cringy in front of you. I cannot remember. Not one situation, not one. I have no clue if someone ever did something that's considered like cringy or embarrassing in front of myself, because as far as I can remember, nothing like that happened. So if you do something embarrassing in front of someone else, they're not even gonna remember it. But somehow you lie awake at night thinking about that. Why? They don't think about that. They're sleeping peacefully. Why should you care? You need to realize that people's opinions of you are none of your business. People have preconceived notions and judge people off of random ideas that they've picked up over the years. And that is not something you can change. Because if someone judges you on the street for an outfit that you're wearing or how your hair looks, that is none of your business. That is their problem, and their problem alone. You have no control over their beliefs, over their perceptions of other people, over the fact that they choose to judge someone else or not. And that's why you shouldn't care about it. Again, it's not something you can change, and it's also not something you should change, because everyone has other beliefs and people are allowed to live with their own beliefs. A lot of us judge people based off of their appearance or what they're doing. And we need to realize that that is not a them problem, it's a me problem, it's a us problem. If I see someone on the street and I judge them, that is a me problem, because that means that I am projecting my own insecurities onto someone else. That is bad for me, not for them. They can just go on with their lives. I am the one who is insecure in that situation. Why does my voice sound like that? Maybe I need to hydrate. If you constantly think that people are judging you without having any proof of it, like without anyone coming up to you and being like, hey, your hair looks ugly today, what is that outfit, what are you wearing, then that is actually a projection of your own criticism of yourself. Like, if you think that just because someone looked at you for a second, they are judging you, again, that is a you problem. Maybe they were actually admiring your outfit. You never know. If they didn't tell you specifically why they are looking at you, then why do you just assume that they're judging you? It's really important to reframe stuff. Look at situations that you draw random conclusions from, like, someone looked at me, it must mean that they're judging me. Think about if that is a rational thought or not, and then try to reframe it into what a rational thought would be. Maybe they were admiring my beautiful shoes that I'm wearing today. Maybe they're admiring my beautiful makeup that I spent an hour doing. Maybe they really like the coat that I'm wearing today. Maybe they were just like blinded by the sun and didn't know where to look. Maybe they were just like looking at something random. Maybe they were lost in their thoughts and just looking at something. A question that is very important to ask yourself is, why do I care? What is the reason that I care so much about what other people think? And I have to say, like, this is hard. It's not something you can just answer in a minute. Resolve all of your confidence issues and then move on. I really recommend journaling about this, or like getting your thoughts out either on paper or just talking about them with a friend or the mirror, if that's helpful. There are so many underlying reasons why we care about other people's opinions and why we're not confident in ourselves. You need to get to the bottom of that in order to work on building up the confidence. Like, you need to find out where the issues or like the little problems are coming from. It can be something someone said a while ago. It can be the way you grew up. It can be the environment. It can be so many things. But you really need to pinpoint it down at least a little bit in order to figure out what you can do from there. Ask yourself, is this thing gonna matter in 5 years? Because if it doesn't, then don't even waste the time thinking about it. If someone on the street gave you a side eye, or someone in class or at work, are you gonna remember it in 5 years? Really? I don't think so. I hope not. Don't even bother overthinking it. So much confidence comes from putting yourself first. When you start making the decisions that benefit yourself without putting other people down, you will start becoming more confident. When you start saying no to things that you don't want to do and start spending that time doing things you want to do and things that uplift you, like spending time with your loved ones, spending time on a hobby that you love, doing a sport that you love, that builds so much confidence and it makes you feel at peace with yourself, which is such a valuable feeling. Do things that make you feel well and focus on getting better at them. If you love photography, then maybe you can spend your spare time trying to get better at it. That is gonna show you that you have some unique skills that are remarkable. Your unique interests and hobbies make you who you are at your core. Embracing that only builds you up. Spending time doing things that you love is literally building yourself in the most authentic form. So much confidence comes from authenticity, because if you don't feel like you need to be other people, be exactly like them, and you start getting comfortable in who you are with your unique interests, with your unique ways of talking, expressing yourself, with the way that you look, your unique ways of dressing, the entire package, that is when you become confident. There's only one person that is exactly like you, and you need to embrace that to the fullest. You need to embrace yourself and your most unique features in order to shine and to really show your most authentic self. And that also means embracing your imperfections. They make you who you are. Like, there are so many examples of models who have features that are not considered traditionally attractive, but they are thriving, they are slaying. Why? Because they're embracing exactly the things that might not be considered the most perfect about them. No one is perfect, and people who are pretending to be no one is perfect, and people who are pretending to be perfect are lying both to themselves and to others. Let's all stop that. Just like, do you, honestly. It's cold. Journaling and positive affirmations. It's so simple and works so well. If you're not doing it yet, you're missing out. It literally takes you 10 minutes a day. Just write down your feelings, get your stuff out of your head. I don't know how I've slept on this for so long, but like, journaling is life-changing. Positive affirmations as well. Putting my thoughts down on paper. is one of the best things I can do for myself every single day. Also, journaling with journal prompts, it's very helpful. You can always find journal prompts specific for specific situations, like for instance for confidence. And as you start asking yourself real questions, important questions, and you just answer them by writing down your thoughts, you will see that you will realize some things and you will start working on issues or problems or like discomfort that you may have. With affirmations, I like listening to them while I'm getting ready in the morning. I just put on like a 10-minute affirmation video from YouTube. You can write them down, you can listen to them, you can speak them, whatever feels best for you. Like, just try it out. Like, what is the worst thing that can happen? If journaling and affirmations don't work for you, that's fine. I have to say, I don't like being uncomfortable. I think no one does. There are only like a few individuals who really managed to embrace the whole being uncomfortable thing. But I have to say, being uncomfortable makes such a big change. Like, do things that you never believed you could do. And I don't mean like bungee jumping or skydiving. It doesn't have to be anything major. But wear something you never thought you would wear out. Nothing bad's gonna happen. That is the conclusion that I reach when I put myself in uncomfortable situations. Like, in my head, all of these situations are so bad. If we have to do something like going out to a party where we don't know a lot of people, or going to a workout class where we don't know anyone and we don't know how the class will be. For me, the feeling right before I leave for the class, the party, the meetup, the whatever, I'm scared, I'm uncomfortable, I just want to crawl into my bed and stay there. And then I force myself to do it. Afterwards, I am so happy because it turns out great most of the times. And even if it doesn't turn out great, I am so grateful, so proud of myself that I actually had the courage to do it. Even though I had so many thoughts about like, stop doing this, stop doing this. It builds confidence, it builds trust in yourself that you can take something you've never done before or something you don't want to do again and do it and be fine with it. I am actively trying to find things to push myself, to be uncomfortable, and to grow and expand through doing that. I really believe that you need to be uncomfortable in order to grow your confidence, your ability to trust yourself, and your beliefs in yourself, your work, your self-worth. Like, make it a goal for yourself to try one uncomfortable thing every single week and see after a month what changes. That's all I have to say for today. I can't wait to see your confidence skyrocket after this video. Thank you so much for watching up until the very end. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. You got this. We're gonna be like the most confident person ever.